And we're back for our daily MLB Best Bets here on the channel here for May 23rd. We've got all 30 teams playing today in the MLB. We've got one early game that we're going to talk about with the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles, a game that got rescheduled from yesterday. And then obviously 14 other games. We're going to have a night game as well. So we got you covered throughout the entire day here for this Friday. Now, folks, before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily MLB Best Bets here on the channel. Yesterday, we posted our game number 2 predictions from Madison Square Garden between the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers. Go make sure to check out that video linked in the description down below. And of course, later today, we will have our game 3 predictions between the Timberwolves and Thunder as that series goes to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Okay, let's go to the first of our 5 best bets today in the MLB. Like I said earlier, we do have a best bet for the first game of the day, and we're taking the Boston Red Sox to beat the Baltimore Orioles. Now, I'm seeing this line originally when I made the graphic about a couple hours ago. I'm recording this at about midnight Pacific time. It was Boston minus 130 when I made the graphic. I've been seeing Boston minus 125. I've seen a minus 122. So I'm liking the direction the line's moving for us. I'll take it. I think the Red Sox are going to win this baseball game. And I think I know why the line is trending towards Baltimore. It's because Brayan Bello's pitching today for Boston. Well, at least in this first half of the doubleheader. Lucas Giolito gets the start in the second half of the doubleheader for Boston. I don't know who's pitching for Baltimore. It doesn't matter. We're only focusing on this game. But yes, we're taking Boston in this spot. And yes, Brayan Bello is going to be an interesting watch this morning. All right, he is. 4.02 ERA, but his last start was just abysmal against the Atlanta Braves. He goes 4 1/3, 10 hits, 7 runs. Hell, his last 3 starts really haven't been anything to write home about because he hasn't gone 5 innings in any of his last 3 starts. Now, go back to that Texas start on May 8th, 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 0 runs. Again, not horrible, but again, just no length in that game at all. 5 walks, 1 strikeout. Got out of some jams, but was it impressive? No. Start after that against the Tigers, 4 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs. Yikes. And then again, that Braves start, 10 hits, 7 runs, 5 walks, 4 1/3 innings. He needs to be better, right? Brayan Bello needs to be better in this start. But luckily, Cade Povich is pitching for the Baltimore Orioles, who's not very good, let's just be honest, right? Cade Povich with a 5.23 ERA on the season. Last start against the Washington Nationals, goes 5 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs. It's the game the Nationals ultimately win 4-3. Honestly, Povich didn't do that poorly of a job. It's just he's always pitched the Nationals well. And you take away the 2 starts he's had against the Washington Nationals, I'm not joking, his ERA's in the 6s. It is. Okay, because his 2 starts against the Nats, he goes 13 combined innings, gives up 3 runs in 13 innings against the Nationals. Everything else, I mean, look at the Twins start, 6 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, right? New York start, 4 2/3, 3 hits, 3 runs. 2 of them were home runs. Cincinnati start, 3 1/3, 6 hits, 7 runs. So you take away the National starts, who, again, Washington has historically, or I guess the last 2 seasons, cannot hit soft-throwing left-handed pitchers. You look at, again, you take away those Nat starts, and Cade Povich has not been very good this season. So I'm okay with this. I think Boston is going to do fairly well against Povich, who I guess is just, again, he's feeding off of what the Nats, being horrible against lefties. But you know what? We'll get into the Nationals in a second. That team's on fire. Look at them go. But regardless, I like what Boston's got in this lineup. I don't know have we picked the Red Sox all year long in a money line spot? I don't know if we have. They just got Ryan Noda from the Angels, which, all right. I mean, I'm not joking. You're probably going to see Trey Mancini, I think, on this team at some point in time this year, which honestly is not that bad of a shout. I think Mancini's batting .290 right now in AAA. But you know what Boston's going to bring, obviously, in this lineup, right? Duran, Devers, Bregman. I mean, on paper, that's one of the best 1-2-3s in the league. It might be the best. Well, the Yankees and Dodgers exist. But regardless, right? Duran batting .270, Devers in the 290s, Bregman batting around .300. I mean, that top of the lineup is absolutely nasty. From there, sure, it does kind of deteriorate a little bit, but that's still a really good lineup and a really good start to the lineup. Against Povich, left-handed pitcher, again, I'd rather Boston against a righty, I'm going to be honest with you. But, I mean, hey, Bregman pull potential, obviously, with the monster in left field against the lefty. I don't mind it. It's not a horrible spot for us. We've talked about the Red Sox a lot this year, but it's been in player props or NRFIs, and we're going to them today with the money line. And, again, I like this spot a lot for the value, especially if this line continues to trend in the direction towards Baltimore, right? If we get minus 120 even for Boston, well, no. I mean, that's a stretch. Minus 125, I think, is great for Boston. If we can get a minus 120, which I'm starting to see, I love it. I love it for Boston. They're at home. Guys, just look at the grand scheme of things here too. Boston is 25-26. Not great, obviously, but it is what it is. They're a 500 team. They are at home playing the Baltimore Orioles, who are pitching a pitcher with a 5.5 ERA, and their team is 16-32. They were on an 8-game losing streak. They finally won their first game in Milwaukee a couple days ago. Yeah, this team's not good. I get it. Oh, again, Gunnar Henderson's here. Jackson Holliday, which isn't being talked about, Jackson Holliday, because of how bad the O's have been. But Jackson Holliday has actually been really good this season. Obviously, former number 1 overall pick for a reason. Again, there's talent. Gunnar, Adley, Jackson Holliday. Guys, Keibert Ruiz is better than Adley Rutschman. I said that 3 years ago, and it's finally paying off. But yeah, this O's lineup doesn't scare anybody. Colton Cowser, I believe, is finally starting a rehab start in single A Aberdeen. But yeah, this O's team still needs they still have a far way to go, I believe, right now. They're 16 games under 500. Yeah, I'm going to take the Boston Red Sox in this spot, especially in -120 feels like an absolute steal for us right now. Again, we'll see where that line ends up, but right now I'm seeing it at -120. So I'm taking Boston to win the game, again, the first half of the doubleheader here at home at Fenway Park. Let's go on to our second best bet of the video. We're going to our best player prop of the day, and we're looking at Seiya Suzuki. Okay, so Hunter Green's back from injury. He was on the 15-day IL. Green is now back, and he'll be pitching today at home at Great American Ballpark against the Chicago Cubs. Okay, that's great. Seiya Suzuki, career-wise against Hunter Green, is 6 for 13, batting .462 with a double, a triple, and 2 home runs. Okay, yeah, sign me up. All right, that's all I need to see. That's all I need to see. Is that ownage? A little bit. The Cubs are playing really good baseball right now. They're 10 games over 500. They are by far the favorites to win the National League Central. They've won, I believe, 5 out their last 6 games. And yes, that is against Chicago and Miami. And actually, their last 9 games, they've won 7 of 9. And that's Marlins, White Sox, and then Marlins. Anyways, the Cardinals actually only 3 games behind the Cubs, but I think we all expect Chicago to probably win this thing and not St. Louis. There's a chance Milwaukee, again, makes a play. We'll see. Again, we're still very early in the year. Regardless, and my goodness, the Pirates are a disappointment. Anyways, the Cubs are playing good. Again, regardless of their opponents, they're playing good baseball right now. And Seiya Suzuki has hit the ball very well against Hunter Green. He just has. And what Green are we going to get coming back from injury? I don't know. But with Suzuki's position in the order, obviously, he gets a lot of protection. I mean, we can just talk about 1 through 4 here for Chicago. Ian Happ, Kyle Tucker, who has cooled down but still batting .280. Seiya Suzuki in the 3. And then PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong in the 4. You can't pitch around Suzuki because you're going to go to the red-hot Pete Crow Armstrong, who, I'm serious, is going to get MVP votes this year if he continues to play the way that he is right now. He's not going to win the most valuable player. It's probably going to be Shohei. I think Bryce Harper might win it still. Harper's heating up in a big way. James Wood, too. Just saying. Anyways, there's a lot of protection around Suzuki in the lineup. You can't pitch around this guy. You're going to have to attack him. And Hunter Green, again, we don't know what he's going to be coming off injury. I still expect Green to be really good, but first game back, you're taking on a Cubs team where, again, you're facing a guy who's batting over .450 against Yu Suzuki, to be exact, .462 with a 1.154 slug, OPS of 1.615. I mean, that's great. Again, for Seiya Suzuki, I feel like he's going to find a way to get on base multiple times against Hunter Green. And again, we'll see. Right, extra base knocks for Seiya. 4 out of his 6 hits against Hunter Green are extra base knocks. 2 home runs, 1 double, 1 triple, obviously 2 singles. That's big time, man. It really is. And we are granted the opportunity of Suzuki getting multiple at-bats or more at-bats, right? With the Cubs being on the road, we're guaranteed that 9th at-bat. Suzuki batting 3rd in the lineup. That means, again, he's going to be seeing Hunter Green quite a bit, or he's going to at least be getting in the box a lot in this game. Suzuki on the season, batting, I believe, in around the 260s right now. Again, that's playable. I'm fine with any. I mean, he's batting .253. Suzuki had 3 hits 2 games ago in Miami. Had a really good road trip in Miami, but especially that game on Tuesday where he went 3 for 5 with a double, a home run, and 4 RBI. Yeah, Suzuki's swinging the bat well right now, batting .253, 12 home runs in the year, 43 RBI, second in all of Major League Baseball in RBI. So yeah, you cannot pitch around this guy. He's usually hitting with runners in scoring position or just on base. Hell, he's batting behind Ian Happ and Kyle Tucker. I really love this spot for Seiya Suzuki, so we're going over 1.5 total bases for Seiya Suzuki, and we get this right now at plus money, Feels like an absolute, steal of a play right here. I'm going Seiya Suzuki over 1.5 total bases at plus 105 here in Cincinnati against Hunter Green and the Cincinnati Reds. Let's move on to our third best bet of the video, and today we have, or like every day, our Washington Nationals best bet. I'm going with Washington Nationals money line here at home against the San Francisco Giants. So I said this a couple days ago, and I still feel adamant about this point, or I'm still adamant about this point. I don't think the San Francisco Giants are that good at baseball. I don't think they are. I think they've gotten extremely lucky all year long, which I feel like it's a fact. They've gotten really lucky all season long. They are a team that they cannot score runs, but their pitching gets them through games, okay? They lost that 3-game set to Kansas City. Of course, the one game we had Royals money line, I was at the game, and the Royals lost 3-2 to the Giants. Regardless, they lose the other 2 to Kansas City. Yes, they did sweep the Athletics, but, I mean, if you watch that A's game yesterday against the Angels, we got screwed with Yohan Moncada line, by the way, because he pinch hit. They didn't start Yohan Moncada against the guy in Severino who he's been great against. I mean, what are we doing, Ron Washington? Anyways, the Angels are great. We're going to talk about them later on in the video. But that's going back to my point about the A's. Like, okay, they swept the A's. The Athletics are not playing good baseball right now. The Giants are not a playoff team. I remain adamant on that fact. They're 8 games over 500. They're not that good. They don't hit the ball very well, especially against left-handed pitching. Mackenzie Gore is pitching today. I feel so confident the Nationals are winning this series, and they're definitely winning this game. The one I get scared about is on Sunday with Robbie Ray versus Mike Soroka, but that'll be the Nationals trying to sweep the Giants, I firmly believe. They're definitely winning today. Tomorrow, Jake Irvin versus, I don't know, because Justin Verlander just went on the 15-day IL. I'm kind of mad we're not going to be able to see Unk pitch, because when Unk came to DC last year, I was there. He was still with the Astros, and the Nats did fairly well against Unk, Justin Verlander. They ended up losing that game, but anyways, they weren't that horrible against Verlander. I would have liked to seen that, right? Obviously giving us some World Series flashbacks of 2019. Anyways, we'll get to that tomorrow, obviously, whoever Jake Irvin will be facing off against, at least in the pitching matchup. But today, yeah, I like this matchup for the Nats and Mackenzie Gore. The Giants don't hit left-handed pitching well because their best hitters are left-handed. I mean, the only 2 guys who are somewhat competent in this lineup are Jung-Hoo Lee and Mike Yastrzemski. Elliot Ramos, actually, I got to give a lot of credit to. Elliot Ramos is playing really well right now. Hit a home run in their last game against the Kansas City Royals. I'll give Ramos a lot of credit. The rest of the lineup does not move me. Matt Chapman, great fielder, does not move me at the plate. Willy Adames had that random triple the other night at home against the Royals, but no, he's batting .214. Tyler Fitzgerald does not move me. I don't care. He's batting .280, non-factor. And then you got Patrick Bailey at the bottom of the lineup, non-factor. Lamont Wade's definitely not going to be playing today, but again, non-factor at first base, regardless of who's playing there. Yeah, I'm more than fine with this, guys. Giants pitching Landon Rupp tonight. ERA of 4.11 on the season. Had a really good start against the Athletics. That was that 1-0 victory for the Giants. Rupp goes 6 innings, 5 hits, no runs. Every start prior to that, though, he has kind of gotten roughed up a little bit. 3 runs, 4 runs, 4 runs, 5 runs in his last 4 previous to that Athletics game. So I'm just going to mark that one as an outlier. And we look at the way the Nationals play yesterday. Guys, I mean, every day it gets more funnier. The Nationals scam the San Diego Padres. It is absolutely hilarious. The Juan Soto trade, I personally think, is going to go down as like the Herschel Walker trade between the Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. Guys, look what happened yesterday. An 8-7 victory for the Nationals. Not even Trevor Williams could ruin our fun yesterday in DC. He gave up 2 runs in the top half of the first, but the Nationals respond, and my goodness, I mean, I almost shed a tear watching the bottom of the second. Again, get well soon, Dylan Cruz, but Robert Hassel, first pitch he sees, hitting to right field. What does he do? Immediately steals second base. Later in the inning, CJ Abrams with the bases loaded rips one up the middle, RBI single, and with the bases loaded still in a 2-2 game, James Wood rips one down the right field line, clears the bases with a 3 RBI double. We've been waiting for this for so long, and my goodness, the future has finally arrived. And on top of that, we get to watch Mackenzie Gore pitch today. So the Soto Fantastic Four, whatever we're calling them, oh my goodness. And just wait for Jarlin Susana when he is a shutdown closer in this league for years to come starting next season. He'll manage the bullpen with him and Finnegan. Just don't you wait. Just you wait. But my goodness, man. I mean, what a game won yesterday by the Nationals. And Robert Hassel, First game in the MLB, 2 for 5, scores the game-winning run. Ahmed Rosario hits one into left field. Again, Jose Tena tried to ruin our fun at third base too. I like the guy, but my goodness, game should have been over in the top of the ninth. Easy double play turn. Tena can't pick the baseball, but man, walk-off single by Ahmed Rosario. The Nats are fun again. The Nats are really fun. This is a team that feels like they are playing with some confidence. We're only 4 games under 500. Potential sweep of the Giants could get us to down 1. I'm serious. This team feels like they're hot right now. And we get to watch Mackenzie Gore pitch today. He leads the MLB in strikeouts right now with 84, 3.67 ERA. Last start against the O's was not good. He goes 3 2/3, gives up 10 hits, 2 runs, yet has 9 strikeouts. So we're hoping for a more efficient night tonight out of Mackenzie Gore. Well, I found the perfect team for that, the San Francisco Giants. They are not scoring more than 2 runs off Mackenzie Gore, and I'm serious Gore is getting into the double digits with strikeouts today. I would go Gore over strikeout prop today, but no, I feel even better about the Nationals scoring here against Landon Rupp. This team is on fire. Even Josh Bell is joining the party every day hitting-wise. He'll look horrible for 4 at-bats, but then the 1 at-bat where he gets a hit, the 1 at-bat where he puts the ball in play will be a single, so I guess go Josh Bell. Let's transition you into a bench role fairly shortly, please. But man, the Nats, 4 games under. I think they beat the Giants today. I just don't think the Giants, I think stylistically the Giants don't match up well with the Nats. Nats have decent enough pitching and their bats can put runs on you. And again, with the exception, we don't got to see Logan Webb. Yeah, Robbie Ray on Sunday might be a little bit tricky, but the first 2 games of the series really feels tailor-made for the Nationals. I think they should win the first 2. We'll get to Sunday when we get there. Nats should win today at home against the San Francisco Giants. -110 on the money line. And again, thank you, San Diego Padres, for your great contributions. And Juan Soto to this team as well. Again, have fun in Queens, pal. Have fun. Anyways, let's go on to our 4th best bet of the video. We move to our daily NRFI of the day. Let's go to the south side. Chicago, Illinois, the Chicago White Sox, and the Texas Rangers. The Rangers with a hideous performance yesterday. We had them on the early spot today on the money line. They'll probably beat the White Sox today. Texas is a -180 favorite. This team's abysmal. I don't care. Now, Nathan Eovaldi gave them a great effort pitching-wise. I don't know how Jorbit Vivas, with his first ever home run, was the only run yesterday in the Bronx. Eovaldi made 1 mistake the entire game, and ultimately that puts a loss on his record. The Texas Rangers go 9 innings of scoreless baseball. The team's pitiful. They're pitiful hitting-wise, and that's why they're not going to score in the first inning today. I don't care who's pitching for the White Sox, and yes, I've pumped up the White Sox pitching staff all year long. Hey, they're not as bad as the Colorado Rockies, right? They're only 15-35. We get Sean Burke today, who, what can I say about Sean Burke? He's not Shane Smith. He's not Davis Martin. I kind of like Jonathan Cannon more than him, too. He's not bad. I thought Sean Burke was honestly going to be better to start the year. But anyways, right, 4.69 ERA. Last start against the Cubs was not good. 4 2/3, 7 hits, 6 runs. Not ideal. But the Rangers can't hit. They cannot hit the baseball right now. Okay? They are dealing with injuries, obviously, right? Seager's still out. Again, and I said this yesterday, and I maybe should have heard myself when I was saying this yesterday, but I felt like Eovaldi was going to be able to carry us to victory. He tried. He couldn't, obviously, because 1 run did it for the Rangers yesterday. But when Sam Haggerty's, one of your best sources of, offense, that's not usually a winning recipe. Wyatt Langford isn't hitting the ball extremely well right now. Josh Young's good. I'll give Josh Young a lot of credit. Other than that, my goodness, what is this team? Right? Haggerty, Langford, Young, potentially Jake Berger in the first inning. Yeah, I'm okay with... I think Sean Burke can get us outs. I really think Sean Burke can get us those outs. And then we look at the flip side, right? I'm not concerned at all. The Rangers are setting out Tyler Mahle to the bump today. Mahle with a 1.47 ERA. He's been phenomenal, man. This Rangers pitching staff, if they didn't have this pitching staff right now, where would they be, right? And the 5 guys they're pitching right now, honestly... Or I guess the 4 plus Jack Leiter at times. But anyways, Mahle's been good. DeGrom's been really good. Eovaldi's been really good. And Spider-Man Patrick Corbin's been really good as well. Where would they be without the 4 unks? I guess Mahle's not that old. Mahle's 30. Where would they be with, Mahle plus the unks in this pitching rotation? I don't know. Because they can't score and their pitching keeps them in every single game, really. And I know this is crazy. Patrick Corbin in the big 2025 we're putting on his level of, Patrick Corbin's keeping his team in games. But Mahle's been great, man. Again, 1.47 ERA last start against the Houston Astros, goes 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. He's been phenomenal. So I think he's going to be able to get outs early, especially against the White Sox team that does struggle a lot. I mean, what again? I'll give Chase Meredith a lot of credit. He's been pretty good. Batting 301 this season. He's been solid in their leadoff role at 23 years of age, but then past him, I mean, Vargas had his week where he was great. He's cooled down. Matt Thaiss, Luis Robert, he'll still get traded. Just the price will be a lot lower on him, but he's batting 180. I mean, he's kind of on the Markieff Morris vibes right now, like who the hell wanted me? But anyways, Robert is going to get moved eventually. It's just the White Sox are kind of pitiful on offense, and like the Rangers, not to the same extent, obviously, because the White Sox are 20 under. They'd be a lot worse right now if it wasn't for that pitching staff. Trust me, they'd be 35. They'd be 30 games under if it wasn't for the pitching staff. I'm serious. They'd be 10-40 right now if their pitching staff wasn't somewhat competent. And I know that's not that crazy of a thing to say, like, oh, they'd be 10-40 instead of 15-35. Well, it's a big deal, right? You don't want to be the Colorado Rockies having the worst start since the 1880s. So I'm taking the NRFI today here in Chicago. I think Tyler Mahle and Sean Burke are going to be able to get us the outs. The much tougher thing, surprisingly, will be with Sean Burke, just because, there's a potential that Haggerty gets on and then Langford puts one in the gap. I think Burke's going to be good enough, though, for us, and I think we are going to be able to get the NRFI here in the south side between the White Sox and the Rangers. Tyler Mahle and Sean Burke go out there and get us 6 outs. We've been so hot with the NRFIs. Let's continue that again today. Our final best bet of the video. You guys are going to need to work with me a little bit on this one. Angels money line minus 145. Okay, I hate betting anything over minus 145. That's usually my limit, really, for any bet on just a straight, or just in general, unless I really like it. I think we can get this at minus 145. Okay, it depended on the book right now. I'm seeing minus 155. I'm seeing minus 150. I'm seeing minus 145. Again, as of midnight, that's what I'm seeing. Okay. I don't know. Again, this video goes out at 6 a.m., so this video is going out in 6 hours from when I'm recording this. I don't know where the line will be then. I legitimately think this is playable up to minus 155. I actually think it is. I think this is playable up to minus 155. The Angels are on a huge winning streak right now, and we're not going to fade them just yet. Okay? I can't believe I'm saying this, but Sandy Alcantara is on the bump. That means we're taking the Angels. Guys, Alcantara has not been good this year. And I mentioned this earlier in the season, and I still don't know, what is Alcantara's trade value now? Some team's going to take him. He's 29 years of age, right? Former Cy Young winner. But where will Alcantara land? And then honestly, where does he fit on a team? I'm scared, and guys, I can see this happening. The Dodgers are going to trade for Alcantara. They're still going to be banged up in their bullpen, right? Or sorry, and just in their in their rotation in general, right? We don't even know if Snell's going to pitch later this year. I expect Glasnow to be back eventually, right? But those guys are still banged up. Hell, right now, Sasaki's out as well. And who knows what Clayton Kershaw is going to continue to be. He's pitching today. We're not going over that game, but right, what will Kershaw be? He's pitching against the Mets today. I don't think that's going to go too well for him. Anyways, I feel like a team like the Dodgers, or I don't know, I could see the Yankees taking a flyer, and all of a sudden Alcantara is a very competent pitcher. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be, I know he's a starter, not a reliever. I kind of feel like this is going to be what happened when Kopech got traded from Chicago to the Dodgers last year, and all of a sudden, oh my goodness, Michael Kopech is a reliable late inning guy, and in Chicago, he could barely throw a strike, and he didn't even know where the ball was going when he threw a fastball. I just have a feeling. That's all I'm saying. But for now, Alcantara is in Miami. His ERA is 8, 7.99 to be exact, and we're taking the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, who won 10-5 in back-to-back games against the Athletics. This team refuses to go away, right? The Angels are trying to get back to 500. They're 24-25 after a 7-game winning streak. They're going to try to make it 8. That win yesterday was electric, okay? It was an electric victory for the Los Angeles Angels. You're down 2-5. Tyler Anderson, I'm not going to lie, with an abysmal performance in the bump. Gave up 5 runs, 6 walks, 0 strikeouts. It was horrible 4 2/3 innings. His team is down. The Angels are down 2-5. Joe Adell got rang up on one of the worst strike 3 calls I've seen in a minute. By the way, there was a lot of bad calls yesterday in that Lance Barrett was horrible behind the dish for that Rangers-Yankees game too. I'm not going to get into that fully. Regardless, the Angels and, Taylor Ward, grand slam in the 7th inning, puts the Angels up 6-5. Ohapi later in the inning hits a solo shot to put them up 7-5. Angels eventually win 10-5. This team refuses to go away right now. They're weird. Again, let's just be honest. Are the Angels going to the playoffs this year? No. but they're fun right now. They're doing this without Mike Trout, and they're playing the Marlins here at home. I mean, why wouldn't they win this spot? That's why I think, again, this is playable up to -155. You say Kikuchi's on the bump. Okay, Kikuchi's yet to win a game this year for the Angels, at least record-wise. He's 0-3, even though the Angels have won each of the last 3 games he's pitched, but record-wise, again, he hasn't been the pitcher on record. Last start against the Dodgers, 5 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run. Serviceable, more than serviceable. Padres start was but still, 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned. Blue Jays start, 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. Again, though, the Angels have won every single time Kikuchi's pitched in the last 3. The lefty's been decent, 3.50. Actually, he's been more than decent. He's been very good for the Angels, at least what the Angels have expected out of him this season. Marlins coming off back-to-back losses at home against Chicago. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine here with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. These guys are hitting the ball well right now. Taylor Ward is looking like right now one of the best hitters in the game. 5 RBI yesterday, 3 hits. Guys, Zach Neto, it's almost impossible to get that guy out. If Logan O'Hoppe gets a hold of the baseball, it's trouble, right? This is a good baseball team, man. This is a good baseball team right now. Just imagine if Mike Trout can get back and they can just start playing somewhat competitive baseball. I want to see Trout in big spots, man. I want to see Angel Stadium popping again. I don't know. They're going to beat the Marlins today, though. They will. Miami, they're just what the Marlins are. They're 10 games under 500. I don't know, really. I mean, Cade Stowers has been really good. That's a guy I can look at and say, all right, he's been great. Agustin Ramirez, his Linsanity run to start his MLB career has not continued. What else? Jesus Sanchez is still around. Connor Norby. It's not that great of a team. And unfortunately, it's crazy I'm saying this, Alcantara on the bump really is just like, all right, he hasn't been good either. So I'm taking the Angels here, and I think it's a really easy pick. Again, I'm hoping we can get this at around -140. I think -145 is probably the best we're going to get. So again, I rarely do this, but when I do, again, it's a play I really like, and I really like the Angels at home today against the Miami Marlins. So -145 for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim at home to beat the Miami Marlins. And folks, that'll do it for our MLB Best Bets here on May 23rd. If you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.